All right, everybody, welcome in to We Told You All Week, episode 6. We had a disappointing week last week. We're going to get it rectified today. I don't want to say we're going to guarantee some money, but we see some good picks. We're going to talk about all the mistakes that we made last week, some new information that we found from last week, just the betting data. So, most people are new to the show or new to sports betting. So, I am going to walk you through on how to do a teaser bet or what a teaser is. I'm going to walk you through what a teaser is. So, I'm going to give you the most basic example. If your favorite school, whatever college you went to, is favored over your least favorite school by 7 points, and you do a teaser and add 7 points to it, they no longer have to win by 7 points. So if Charlotte is favored over Johnson C. Smith by 7 points and you do a 7 point teaser, they are now favored by zero. So zero means they just have to win the game. Okay. On the flip side, if you are a Johnson C. Smith fan and you are saying Charlotte is absolutely not going to beat us by 7 points, but I'm going to be safe. I'm going to do a teaser. That takes it up to 14 points. So now Charlotte has to beat you by 14, which you just said they're probably not going to do. It works like a parlay. You have to put multiple teams on there. If one team does not hit, the whole ticket goes bye-bye. It doesn't matter if you do a one-team parlay, two-team parlay, three, four, five, six. So again, teasers are adding points to the original spread or taking away from the points that are already the sports books are making. So 7.5 then turns into zero, or 7.5 goes to 14. So that's what a teaser is. And for the next couple of weeks, we'll do that on the start of each show so everybody understands. Now, going to FanDuel. Okay, so if you open up your FanDuel apps, okay, you log into your FanDuel apps and then you go to NCAA football. It should be at the top of your screen on FanDuel. It says NCAA football. You see, I think the first games up there are Arizona, because they start off for Arizona, Oklahoma, LSU, Alabama, Michigan. So we're going to use those as an example. If you click Arizona plus 7.5, Oklahoma minus 20.5, LSU minus 7.5, Alabama minus 15.5. You then go down to bet slip. Okay, so bet slip down at the bottom. Okay, bet slip. You then go down to teaser. You'll click teaser, and then you will add your points. So you see right there. Okay, so that's a 6 point teaser. We're now going to make it a 7 point teaser, and you can see how the numbers change. Okay, so that is how you use a teaser on FanDuel. So Alabama is no longer favored to win by 14.5. I think it's 7.5. So that makes 8. Oklahoma State is now favored to win by 13.5. So that's 14. LSU is favored by a point and a half. I mean, by a half a point, which is no such thing. So they just have to win by 1. And Alabama is now favored over Wisconsin by 8.5. Okay, excuse me, that was Arizona at the top. So you get the point. So that's how you use that on FanDuel. Okay, so we got that out the way. All right, guys. We're gonna start with the most. We don't have Larry on the show, so we're not gonna kill him too much. We're gonna start with Dion. We're not gonna call him Colorado. We're gonna start with Dion in Nebraska. Get out of here, Dion. Get out of here. Like, get out of here. Your football team is bad. And Chad, I apologize, especially me and Josh. We apologize because we said all summer Nebraska money line. Matt Rule is going to abuse Dion. He put 200 on Nebraska alternate spread. I'm not mad at you. Like, we said Nebraska from top to bottom. Colorado can't block they can't block anything. They're anything. They're not a good football team. There's a reason why that win total that win total is what, 4.5? Josh, we said it. That's our fault. So Chad, put that on us. We did not listen to our own words. We said Nebraska off air plenty of time. We laughed and joked about it plenty of times. We said take Nebraska. What you got to say, Jalen?
It's hard. It was hard to watch. It was just hard to watch the team just implode like that. And Shedeur getting hit, defense getting the targeting calls. That was just undisciplined.
Every week
fighting on the sidelines, fighting amongst each other, and it's like letting this happen.
Undisciplined.
Right? It's like if you're gonna lose, lose with class. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's okay. Hey, everybody here done played ball. You done got your ass thumped before. You ain't got to be on the sideline cussing at your O-line or doing whatever in the huddle. I know it's an emotional game, but then leaving the game early from Shedeur, I think that's a character.
I said that when I watched it live.
Unless he was under concussion protocol, because he did take a nice little lick towards the end of that game. So I don't know the intricacies of what happened, but leaving.
He played the next snap, so I'm not trying to hear that.
He shouldn't have been out there.
He shouldn't have been out there.
And that's what I was going to say next, because he went out there and played.
I don't know what they're going to say about that. He shouldn't have been out there.
Honestly, he only did that so he could play next week, so he wouldn't be in concussion protocol. If that was anybody else, they would have been out. That hit was crazy.
The hit was crazy. He
came with the arm.
What you got to say, Josh?
Well, I always say this. Y'all laugh when I say it has to look a certain way. I've never watched Colorado and thought that it looked the way it's supposed to look. Mm-hmm. And it's just more of it on Saturday, bro. And then what's so funny is I knew some of the players on Nebraska's team, but I didn't know how they were going to use them. And so that Brady kid, that true freshman that they had running all over the place, they had skill. Colorado could play with them when it comes to just skill, but it's the trenches, man. If you and Colorado has patchwork trenches at best. Your O-line is put together through the portal, no cohesiveness. You don't recruit. Even the 5-star, you're recruiting the top of the line. You're not even get some of the best O-linemen are 3-stars, bro. They're gritty. Like O-lineman is a position that you progress. Like you might get a kid in that as a freshman that was a 2-star, and by the time he's a senior, he's the most trusted person on the O-line because he's been there. He's been in the program. O-line isn't something that you just don't put that together. That has to gel, and it has to look a certain way.
It doesn't look a certain way.
Their team doesn't look good enough. I'm gonna bet that way for the rest of the year.
They're probably the most undisciplined team I've watched in a long time. Not even being funny. Like I'm okay with the social media presence. Like you're trying to get guys exposure, but at some point you got to be like, guys, let's cut all this motivational speech. This week coming, let's just tuck our shirts in. Let's get to work. Let's everybody stay off your phones for a week. Let's get a dub the right way. Let's look good. You didn't look good against North Dakota. You didn't look good against Nebraska. And like I'm going to take this from Shannon Sharp. Don't accept nothing in a win that you wouldn't in a loss. And the same shit that they did in Nebraska, North Dakota, I keep saying Nebraska, they did the same thing in Nebraska. It was
not running the football, checking out of runs. Even if it's 2nd and 9, bro. But it's better than you going incomplete on first down and it's 2nd and 10. Like, bro,
we've made this claim that Colorado can't run the ball, right? It's easy to say you can't run the ball when you're running the ball 8 times a game, 12 times a game, right? It's like they are abandoning the run so fast.
I've never seen that like it.
Like so fast. Okay, you try to run the ball, you get a 2-yard pickup. You try to run a stretch play, you get a 3-yard pickup. It's like, okay, now we're off the run for the next 20 plays. That's insane. Because if you play football, sometimes you punch, and then there's a breakthrough, right?
Well,
You have to beat
them,
down that defensive line. You have to beat them down. That's how the run takes over the game.
Well, my thing is, even if you can't run the football with Colorado, I think their offensive coordinator, Pat Shermer, is just so behind in the times. There's no motions, no movement in the offense. Like, the defense knows what you're going to do. You're like, when you come out in 3 wide receiver sets, you're passing. We're dropping back. Okay, when you come out in 2 wide receiver sets with a tight end, you're passing. You know what I'm saying? So things like that, they need to get some motion in their offense. They need to be able to fool the defense. They need to be able to get the defense to declare, okay, are you blitzing? Instead of just coming straight to the line and, yeah, we're going to Shador. What did he say before the game? There's not much that you could do to confuse me. Yes, there is. When you're passing the ball, I can send blitzes from everywhere because I know you're not running it. And if you do, I don't care. For the first
I don't care because you can't stop me from touching.
They had negative rushing yards like the first half. Like it was like if I'm the defensive coordinator for Nebraska, I'm like, guys, listen, I'm going to call this basic call. If they're passing, which we know they are, just do this. We're not doing anything cute. Number 8, he can play for me. He can play on Sundays. He's taking the double team. He's disrupting. That's all I want you to do. I don't even need you to make tackles. I don't need you to make sacks. I need you to be disruptive in there.
Yeah,
just like blow shit up.
That guy. I don't know who that is, but
just blow shit up.
He was balling. That's a ball player. He was balling.
So guys, we're rectifying that. We will not. We're actually going to talk about Colorado a little bit later. Where our picks for Colorado State. We got the information. We won't make that mistake again. Moving along. Notre Dame. Guys, I'm going to take another L because Josh told me, no, Jalen told me too. Jalen did get on this show and said that we do this every year. And I was a fool because I thought they looked good against – they looked like all they did that summer was prepare for Texas A&M. That's all they did. That's all they did was prepare for Texas.
They didn't have nothing else.
They didn't do it. Like the rest of the season didn't matter. So when they came out and played in Northern Illinois, they were just like, what? We have to play football. The equivalence of what they did, how slow they started, was basically me doing 150 push-ups right before I gotta go out to the nightclub and my shirt don't fit. No wonder fucking why you did 150 push-ups and your chest is all pumped up. You wonder why you can't get in your shirt. That is the equivalent of what Notre Dame did. It's like they just did everything. They just was just moving slow, or they put 500 pounds on the squat bar and did 5 squats and try to go out there and run a 100-meter dash, and they realized that their legs don't work. That's what they did. That's what they did against Northern Illinois. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing.
That game.
Luke said that's all Miami did was prepare for A&M last year.
That's it.
So
quarterback.
So here's
absolutely terrible.
So here's my thing with Notre Dame is they can't lose the rest of the season. So they can't. That's it.
I'm looking at 2 losses on the schedule
and you might be right, but what I'm telling you,
100% right. They can't lose another game if they think they're going to the playoff.
Because they went from pinned in or penciled in to erased out. You're not going.
They're first out. Why they do it in the NCAA tournament? You're first out.
But let's know how fragile they are. How fragile they are right now. They're like so fragile right now. It's like we were already just ready to write them in after the Texas A&M win. We like everybody's like, well, shit, they're good to go.
But I did see.
But you still had LSU, you still got Louisville, and you still got USC.
Who?
Notre Dame.
They played them?
They played Louisville and USC this year.
Oh, I thought you said LSU. I said, oh no, they're definitely not good.
No. They got Louisville and USC. And not South Carolina.
Yo, and I don't have all the stats, but I don't have all the stats, but they don't have. I don't have all the stats, but Northern Illinois just outbeat them. It wasn't like they just out like it had more turnover. They just played a better ball than them.
Shout out to their coach, man.
Oh yeah, man.
I like stuff like that. That's what it's
I
about.
like to say him. If you hear all the other coaches in the industry talk about him, they say he's a pretty genuine guy. It's probably why those kids don't transfer out of there.
Bro, and I got some questions to ask about Riley Leonard because it seemed when I think back to all his games at Duke, he was running for first downs. It wasn't really him throwing the ball making a difference. And to me, it seems like he's having it. I don't see him making the plays downfield. So I'm very intrigued this week because they play Purdue, and this should be a gimme. But we said that
This
about
should be a
last week,
gimme.
but this should be a gimme this week. And
They're 1-1.
you should be
They have to win.
motivated. You should be motivated.
Coach owns a family smokehouse is the third generation football. Luke is going in. So yeah, they just got
Go Canes.
They just got out physical. They got
Everything.
outmatched at the line of scrimmage. It looked like like I always say this, when you went to practice, if you took the logos, it looked like Northern Illinois was Notre Dame, and Notre Dame was
supposed to be out there with them.
Yeah. So we're going to keep our good eye on Notre Dame. We're not saying we're not going to bet on them, but we're going to bet with caution. And we're going to, rule of thumb is if you don't have offense, we're not going to be betting you on these double-digit spreads because you don't have the gear to get up to that. Moving along, next one is Penn State. I already know how Josh feels about Penn State, and
they're on my list.
They're another one. They didn't lose. Which is upsetting.
They lost.
Just
that was disgusting.
I wish they would have lost.
Yeah, they should have lost when they played.
Yeah, they should have lost. They were playing around with their food. That was another team that I don't want to say they outgained them, but that was an even game. I was watching that game.
They were running the football with
I think they were just getting
football.
They were just getting outplayed for most of their games.
At that point, I was like, well, my money's gone. My money's gone. Let's go ahead and win. Let's go ahead and win the game, Bowling Green.
We need full shenanigans here.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and win the game. So we're going to keep our eye out on them because, they can't lose too many games, and I expect them to come out and play better. But from what I saw,
they don't have any more losses either. Let's go until they Big Ten championship. Penn State has no more losses available.
Yeah, and when I looked at them, Josh, they look like a team. That's the thing. They just look like a team. They look like, oh my God, they're like the.
They
just look. I was like, yeah, they're an okay football team, but you're at home or your home opener versus Bowling Green. What are we doing?
James Franklin's teams don't look like he's been there for how long he's been at Penn State, and that's all I got to say on that. Has to look a certain way at a certain time. I wish Marcus would be going through games like that in year 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's disgusting. Especially when you're at a program like Penn State.
I wouldn't say he's on the hot seat, but it's warming up.
Yes.
I've been documented all summer. James Franklin's on the hot seat for me. What are you doing? What are we doing?
Facts.
Like, since Joe passed away, you've been here and he's just been getting to slot, but nobody says anything. Because you got Michigan over there dealing with Harbaugh, and you had whatever Ohio State had going on. So you never really got any questions. Well, hey.
He does. Luke, we know. He wins 10. He wins 10. He wins 10.
He's going to win.
Well, but that doesn't matter because you lose to Ohio State and Michigan every single fucking year. So
you're not
comparing. But now 10 wins.
Added USC, good night.
10 wins get you a playoff game now. 10 wins get you a playoff berth.
Yeah. It depends on who you lose to.
Depends on
who you lose to.
Yeah.
It got to look a certain way.
It got to look a certain way, and that's the committee. It got to look a certain way. We're not sliding you in the playoffs, and and you're messing around 10-2 and you lost to Northern Illinois and Bowling Green. Like, nah, bro. Like, nah, you go sit right on over there with Notre
And you
Dame.
don't have a conference championship because of those two losses. So in Notre Dame's case, you don't play them for one. In Penn State's case, you got Oregon, you got Ohio State, you got USC. They're all better than you.
Yeah.
That's,
So,
that's another
you're not
one.
even you're not even the
Yeah.
fourth best team in your conference.
so we're gonna
And we got
segue
SEC
right
out
into
there.
the same conference, and we're gonna talk about the same team in Oregon. Listen, it gotta look a certain way, and it don't. They looking funny in the light. They looking funny in the light.
Hey,
Trenches look a little different. Trenches look
They look
different.
so Pat.
that old looking like a C.
Yeah.
Is that Colorado?
So,
Is that Oregon?
okay,
For real, bro. For real.
Who is that? Who
Bruh.
is that?
So here's the thing with Oregon. Oregon, the last 2 years, their offensive line gave up 5 sacks per season. They have 5 already in 2 games. They
I wonder who was recruiting those O lines from 2 years ago.
Boise State, yes. I took Oregon one of my
Okay.
teasers, but it was one that I wasn't confident in. It was just one of those ones that it was a show me, and they showed me that they are not capable of. But I've tweeted out on our social page that they have never beaten Boise State, and I'm a history guy, so I should have just known that spread was too high. Their defense is actually okay, but their offense, they can't score. They're the definition of empty stats. They get a lot of yards and not a lot of box, and they get sacked. So they'll get sacked for 2nd and 15, and then they'll get a first down. They'll get a first down with a chunk play. They'll get sacked for a yard. They'll get a sack for another yard, and then they'll get a chunk play. They can't run the ball, so their stats are a little bit misleading. Now if they need to score, I'm never going to count them out just because how fast and speed they are. But if it's going to be a point in time where someone takes away that explosive play and makes you drive down the field, and if you get to the red zone, you taking 3 and I'm taking 7, that's basic math. I'm winning the game. So they got to get that shit fixed immediately. That offensive line has to get fixed.
And
They
the
used to be able to
the running back had almost another 200-yard game for Boise State.
See. So
Bro,
they were
used to
getting
look a
to it.
certain way in the red zone for them.
He's the leading rusher in the NCAA.
Yeah, he
Two
going
games.
crazy.
He is going insane. 200-yard games, bro. That's insane.
He on Heisman.
But that leads to say, hey, we can put Boise on some tickets now because we know they can score.
Yeah.
know
I
they
know
score.
they definitely can score.
I'm rocking with that running back.
Now we know they can score the points.
Let's see.
And they're not pretenders. I don't think. I think their offense is a high caliber offense. Can they stop
They're gonna be good
somebody?
this year.
Can they stop somebody? I don't know. We don't know how good Oregon really is.
We're going to move
We'll know in a
along.
couple weeks. Can't wait.
We sure will.
I got
Move
plenty
along
on it.
So we talked about all the people that just. Oh no! Lastly, is Alabama versus USF. So from now on,
Texas, Michigan too.
Yeah, we're going. I'm gonna get to that. All the games that we knew that was going to happen. Alabama USF. So I don't know whose fault that was. Last year they played them tough. I didn't believe it. That was one of those show me, and trust me, I wish that score was not what it was in 2 different ways. Because now everybody thinks Alabama could just flip it on. No, I mean USF was physical with them. I watched that game from top to Milroe is terrible. I'm telling y'all that now. He is bad.
Boo boo.
He just looking to run. His footwork is not there. He's athletic. He's going to get away with a lot of big plays. He's going to be in the high.
Year, he needs to come back again.
Yeah, he's coming back. He's 100% coming back.
He needs to come back another year.
Yeah, he's coming back. So
he needs to come back.
With them, man, they have the talent. I watched but they don't have depth this year. They got a lot of freshmen playing that are 5-star that are really good, but I watched them get beat. I watched USF. If that quarterback from USF just made 2 of 5 throws that he overthrew people, that game would have been totally different. Totally
USF
different.
would have been up in that fourth quarter.
Mhm.
It was
Listen,
up.
the first half,
and playing from behind is different. It's different playing from behind when you gotta
Much
have
different.
when you
gotta have it. So they I mean, and then didn't have the nerve to win by 26. I had a minus 31. They had four. Also, Alabama did have 3 touchdowns called back because of holding calls on the same person 3 times.
Get them out of there.
Get
them out.
See, I didn't. See, they don't have the depth. See, I didn't know that their starting right tackle wasn't playing. Proctor, the one that transferred to Iowa and then came back, he didn't play. He didn't play, so that's something to look out for. If I had known that and how much USF blitzes, I would have took USF with the points. They're not beating them. Like for now on, like when I see stuff like if you're an okay team, bro, if you're giving me 40, give it. I'm taking it, bro, because that's a lot of points. All the D1 AA school or the mid team or the Conference USA, they just gotta just not just do nothing dumb. Yeah, just play the game. Don't turn it over 2 times. Don't get beat to sleep, and they're gonna cover that because that's a lot of points for these teams. Oh yes, Luke. We're gonna get to Ole Miss. Ole Miss respects coin, and they're gonna respect it this week. They play Wake Forest. They box everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Offense. Lincoln respects. We're going with teams that can get in the box, so we're not stressing if they're down 10-0. Flip the switch, they could be up 24-10. So
quick.
So we're going to segue into the games that we had already called. Nothing much to talk about. We told you take Texas up 20. They wound up winning by 19 or something crazy. It didn't matter. It was just for shits and giggles. But we told you that was the safest play of the week. Like, don't listen to those analysts. Texas was the play, and Ohio State was the play. We told you Ohio State had to look a certain way. Oh, and that boy Durham Smith, it looks a certain way.
It looks a certain way.
It looks a certain way up there in Ohio State. So
119.
And then we told you about Tennessee. Oh my goodness, good gracious. It was a bloodbath up there in Charlotte. They beat the pants off of them. I picked Texas, Tennessee, and that was on our official card was Texas, Tennessee, Alabama. Alabama didn't cover by 5 points because the touchdown got called back. So we're close, guys. We're close. We're this close.
We need more data.
You know, so we're gonna get that rectified. So now we're gonna move along, and also tune into like the Friday shows. A lot of those player props. I mean, the Saturdays. A lot of those. I think every single player prop.
They hit.
Luke, you got no business messing with Iowa because we told you not to be playing around with them. That's
Luke had that money on Georgia Tech. I told him.
Oh my God!
I was feeling Syracuse, man.
You called it.
You gotta catch my vibe.
You called it. I was not a believer.
You just gotta catch the vibes, man.
So anybody that just tuned in, we kind of gave a recap of our. Oh, that's what I meant to go over. Texas A&M. So I have a funny stat, and the Texas A&M. I'll lead that into the Florida Texas A&M game. So Texas A&M, if you go back and looked at 2022, they lost the app, right?
Mm-hmm.
They lost the app.
Yep.
2021, they lost to Miami, right? Miami, you guys weren't ranked that year. Y'all beat them one time,
we
right?
Didn't, we didn't beat. We beat them last year.
You beat them last year, right?
Yeah, it was last year. Yep.
Okay, so you beat them last year, and then the year before that, they lost the app. Or is it the same year?
Yeah.
So
we lost to them that year that they beat app beat them.
So there's a common denominator. It's always Texas A&M is so hyped up, and they always wind up losing to somebody they got no business losing to. So that leads me to say this Florida and Texas A&M game. So Texas A&M just lost at home to a Notre Dame team that we just watched lose to Northern Illinois. So is Notre Dame really that good? Do y'all think Notre Dame is that good? So Texas A&M just lost to a really bad Notre Dame, not really bad, but a pretty subpar Notre Dame team, and
subpar is a good way to say it.
You're subpar, and Texas A&M is trotting their self into Florida as a -3.5 favorite. And is Florida really that bad? Hey, they might be. They got slaughtered by Miami, which is we're finding out that's a really good team. So Miami might do that to a lot of teams. They might beat the pants off of a lot of teams. So I'm not going to hold that. As long as Billy doesn't shoot himself in the foot with that 2-quarterback system, I don't mind with the teaser. With the teaser, we're catching Florida.
Who's starting?
10.5.
They're going to split reps.
They're going to split reps. So that's the only thing I'm a little bit worried about. But I don't.
That shit never. Why do coaches do that? That shit never works. It's proven to never work.
If you don't play Lagway at all, the locker room is done, and he's done.
Done.
Lagway.
So I feel like I think it's a political thing. I think Mertz will probably start the first drive, and that's it. So with the teaser, it's Florida plus 11.5.
Absolutely.
He can't lose another game at home by 11 points.
He can't. It can't happen. I don't see Texas A&M is 11 points better than them. So even when you go about it, I just don't see it. I feel like that's one of the safest bets of the week. And it's under script. But I think the Florida teams come back together this week.
Yeah, I think so too. I really do.
They can't keep doing this. Mike is catching hell. We're going to get to him, but he's catching hell.
Yeah.
It was a bye week for him, and he's still catching hell.
So I think I also like the under on that game too, 53.5. I don't see where the points come from. Well, I mean, Florida could possibly score.
With Lagway, with Lagway playing,
with Lagway, I wouldn't really, no, because he can score.
Credit.
He can rush for 2.
He can win that game 28-17. You know what I'm saying?
And
he can rush.
Just the way Lagway throws the ball, he's more confident in his decision making when he's throwing the ball. The offense just looks better. Granted, they did play a team that wasn't Miami last week, but I'm just saying it was some questionable throws that Mertz probably could have made against Miami that made it more competitive game that Lagway probably would have ended up making. Yeah, and he's mobile. He would have
tucked a couple more, got a first down.
Yeah, when the guy can move and buy time, that what made Russell Wilson so good early in his years. He
25. Luke said 28, 25. That's what I said. I mean, I have no lean on the score there. It could be a low scoring game. It could be a high scoring game. But I think it's a close one. I would definitely take Florida with the points. So that's one of our. In the next show, we'll go a little bit more into. Josh, you have any other thoughts on that? Florida 10.5.
You hit the nail on the head, man. I like that. That's probably one of the safer bets of the week. A lot of people think I got this stuff on and I'm going for Florida, but
nah, I mean we gonna bet what we ain't gonna
money on the line.
There's money on the line. We ain't listen. Then we're gonna go to my team, LSU. College Game Day is going there. I don't know why College Game Day is going to South Carolina.
We were going to go to this game. South Carolina. We're going to go, but
not Josh Pate is going there. Like, nah.
Yeah,
no.
I don't have time.
So here's my thing. I that's one of my personal. I'm playing as a straight bet. LSU -7. South Carolina is terrible, and they beat Old
Dominion.
They beat Old Dominion not handily. They beat a bad Kentucky team. Holy smokes. They beat Kentucky. That shows a lot about Kentucky. Yeah, they stink. Yeah, they stink.
We see who they play this week.
Yeah, we're going to get – I can't wait to get to that one. So I think LSU is undervalued here because they let Nicholls State score 22 on them. They lost to UFC, so they're 1-1. But I can't see where South Carolina can stop LSU from scoring Oh yeah, and Mark Stoops did insult Shane Beaner. They got like a little beef going there, and also Mark Stoops was supposed to go to Texas A&M, so he was out of there, and the booster was like, no, we do not want him. So he had to go back to Kentucky after he told his guys, like, you need to be a man amongst boys or whatever, like you need to be a leader. How you gonna turn your back on us and then come back and want us to play for you?
Vandergriff is terrible.
So
that he transferred in from Georgia. He's terrible.
So
Jennings.
Oh my God. So I think from a standpoint of just value, LSU money line on a teaser is crazy. Like, I think that is absolutely insane for us not to have
amazing value.
A value there with LSU minus 1 point. So money line. So we're gonna
take that.
You gotta take that. That's value there. So we're gonna take that. And then I think I like to talk about the next one that's staying in the same conference is Georgia versus Kentucky. Me and Josh were on this last year when Alabama played Kentucky. We told everybody this is finna be the fucking beatdown. LSU did look awful against Nicholls State, but trust me,
they're playing in Lexington.
I don't give a shit. This shit was on the moon.
This shit on the moon.
I mean, I'm not saying Texas go win. I'm not saying Texas will win, but you know, every time that number one come to town, people get up. They desperate.
Nope.
They just got embarrassed by South Carolina.
Nope.
He come to Flea Flickers. He come to
Onside. Georgia, that's not one of those teams.
See,
That's not one of those teams.
Disrespected by the whole world.
Georgia's not one of those.
If you'd have put Kirby in the playoff, then I could take that right now. You did that you didn't put Kirby in the playoff last year.
No, Georgia, like all
year.
A lot of analysts say Georgia's not one of those teams where they come out unprepared or sleepwalking. If you're going to beat them, you're going to beat them. Like how Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame, you're not going to catch Georgia with hella penalties, moving slow. No. So
is Georgia the best team right now? Is Georgia number one? Unanimous?
No. Georgia, Ohio State, and
I had them 1A and 1B. I had them 1A and 1B.
And Luke, that cost me bread. I had Georgia minus 49, and Tennessee Tech decided to go out there and kick a field goal with 3 seconds left on 4th and 2.
But we were on the phone. She said, "Bro, what are we doing?
What are we doing, bro?" So yeah, I like. We'll add that to the pool. Next up, we are going to go. What did we say, Josh? What was the that we had?
Did we discuss Dabo?
Oh yeah, like I told Jalen. Listen, Dabo only looked like that shit against Clemson, but you can only laugh and joke at that motherfucker for a little bit. I'm telling you, bro.
You got to get your jokes in on Dabo while you can.
That Clemson's going to do that to 99 point. I mean, Georgia's going to do that to 99.9% of the people in college football. And like I said on the show, I said, bro, if I go to practice, I could tell the difference between Clemson and App State. Now, did I think they were going to put 66 on them? No, because I didn't think Dabo was. Not that they weren't capable. I didn't think he would do that. I just thought he would just try to play regular football here, play action. No. They had belt to ass. Fuck your transfer portal shit. We got guys here, which they do. We never said you don't have guys there, Dabo. We just said you need some depth. And they flexed their muscle against App, and they showed. And remember, let's not get it twisted. Everybody loves App, and App is one of those teams. But Josh, we said it. App, you caught Clemson on the wrong. If you kept Clemson, they were 7-0, 7-1, college game day there, different story. That's what App catches you. Now, they were fully awake for you.
Yep.
They were fully
awake. They had to listen to Dabo all week. Everything he said was gospel all week. Yeah,
all
you
week.
just fed into the coaches. As a coach, you love when your team, if you can win and teach a lesson, that's the best case scenario.
Yep.
But
That
sometimes the
that's
best lessons are when you lose. And you get
yep,
that loss early in the year in front of everybody. Bro, everything he said was gospel all week. You had to
Yep.
practice a
Shit,
certain way. Look at Cade Cumden. Pull up the stats. Cade ain't played the game that well in 2 years.
bro. He went 24 for 24, and he went 24 for 26 the whole game.
Bro, I'm telling you,
It
it looked a certain way.
he
Practice,
played
looked
he
a
played
certain
there
way.
was
perfect.
no checks. When I tell you to run the football, you're gonna run the football.
Okay.
Mafia.
Okay. This is one of the more exciting picks, and we'll talk a little bit more in the other shows. But since we got a long show, we'll start Florida State, Memphis. So I think this is great. This is another team where you get your laughs and your jokes and your giggles out. They are not going 0-3. And Memphis is an okay team. If I were
They're
to go to
good.
practice and look at if I were to go to practice and look at Memphis and Florida State, I can tell you who Florida State is. You could take the logos off. Like Memphis is in the Charlotte with
I'm
conference.
not fucking with Florida
You
State.
crazy.
I'm not putting them on their
You crazy as hell. They're not
I'm not
going
putting them on my
0-3.
ticket. No, man.
What are we
And I
getting
feel
at?
you. But we're getting them at money line.
Looks bad all the way around. I don't care who they
They
play.
can run the
Fayetteville
football.
High School
They
or Georgia Tech. DJ looks all around bad.
no, they could beat Memphis by 13. I'm not gonna hold you. They can beat Memphis. They can beat Memphis by that. The spread is low for a reason, and I like that because people are. This is a classic of buy low, get high because Nick said fade Florida State, and people may not like this pick, but I like it. Florida State money line. Luke said I agree with Jalen. I am not taking Florida State. But listen, yo,
Luke, we'll talk about
Memphis,
it on the timeline, Luke.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm telling you, we're still doing our pool of picks. It may not make the official, but I like that Florida State. I'm looking at that. I have no problem putting my money on Florida State to win the game because just like we just said, the gospel, Mike Norvell, whatever he said this week, they gotta listen. They gotta listen. It's over. DJ, you don't check out of shit. You run the play that we call. He's going to be open to the left. You throw it to the left. I don't care if he's not open. Throw it away. There's no
whatever gap
way.
I tell you to run in. We're hitting that gap. Like, bro, there's no wavering this week. And it's his old team. He got an extra.
And it's at home. Nah, bro.
I'm catching his former school he coached there, bro. Come on, man.
I'm catching Florida State. So right now, this teaser is looking good. We got Florida State money line, LSU money line, and we got Florida plus 11.5, and we got Georgia to win by 17 against Kentucky. What are we doing?
17.
Come on, bro. 17. I just watched South Carolina go down there and beat the draws off of them. They can't score. They can't score.
You gonna score on Georgia?
Moving on.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So again, we'll talk more about it on the later show. I'll put some picks out. I won't make them official just yet until we go a little bit more deeper into them. Next one, I like Notre Dame.
Hey, man.
Notre Dame.
Back-to-back weeks.
It's 3.5.
I don't care.
Who they got? They got Purdue, right?
Yeah. The Boilermakers.
Yeah. Luke said, "Oh my God, I am not touching no." See, Luke, this is a classic buy low. Yeah, trust, bro. Listen,
man.
This is a classic buy low.
Trust us.
Just do one ticket. I'm telling you. So right now it's at 3.5. It's at 3.5. If with the 7-point teaser, it's okay. Bro, it's Purdue. Let's be real. And I know Notre Dame is they're an okay team. They have some elite guys on defense.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right now. I'm watching Georgia play Kentucky, and I see the flash. Purdue up on Notre Dame. You know how they cut to it. I'm seeing it, and you see a little motherfucker running across the screen.
It's in the
end
pool,
zone.
man.
I'm
It's in the
seeing
pool.
it.
It's in the
Jalen.
pool.
I'm seeing
It's
it right
in the
now,
pool,
man.
Jalen.
It's in the
It's
pool.
in the pool,
And
Jalen.
also, man, god damn, bro. Look at it like this. If Notre Dame wins last week by 21, are we really debating this spread?
We're not.
No, because they won by
But they
21.
did.
But they didn't.
They did.
They lost by 2, and the other team had
But-
16.
But football is week to week. Football is week to week.
It's a week-to-week proposition.
That
man.
we just-
right, man.
Listen,
But I don't
listen,
think they pulling out 21, 30
what
points.
did we just say about Dabo and Martin Novell? The gospel.
Yeah.
They got to listen this week.
You
You
gotta
got to listen this week. You got to listen this week.
The
So
board too. The board.
You
got
didn't
the
know
board.
that Notre Dame's a
Hey,
more talented team than Clemson?
no,
Whoa.
No.
I don't think.
Clemson,
I think
Clemson has the firepower to score 66 points. They just needed to just score the 66 points. I don't think Notre
Well,
Dame.
I'm not.
I don't think
Uh,
Notre Dame is good. I don't think
Notre
they'll
Dame
ever
has,
score 66 with anybody.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Notre Dame has LSU's old coordinator, so I'm never going to count them out of scoring points.
Yeah.
So they can score. They got to get.
Was it,
They got Bo
That's
Collins
not the way
over there.
they're
They
built,
just
though. They're not built to go out there and.
but was
Yeah,
it
they're not
LSU's,
built to do that.
Was it LSU's old coordinator, or was it the fact that he had Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase?
Nah, this was
Jay-
last
Joe
year.
Brady.
This was Jay.
They got Joe Brady. Yeah, they don't have Joe Brady.
No, that was Joe Brady. That was Joe Brady.
Oh, that was Joe Brady.
That was Joe-
Yeah, okay, I was gonna
That
say,
was Joe
like,
Brady.
you didn't have to be a good offensive coordinator with them niggas. You
Good
could've-
question. Where do we get Alabama at?
Yeah, I'm going right there. So Alabama, they struggled as well, but Wisconsin stinks. We're getting Alabama at -9.
Take it. I'm taking
Wisconsin-
that.
I wrote on my sheet. I'm taking this shit all the way to 15.5. So I'm so glad you came in at 9. That's perfect. I didn't know how they were going to do Alabama this week. So with the
Bro.
teams you're getting them at 9, that's beautiful.
9. Hammer
Team
that.
is doing
I
2
feel it.
picks in this game.
Bro,
Is the game
man,
exclusive?
Alabama. No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No one's going to be. It's in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's
Don't care.
Nobody's going to be talking about this game. College Dame Gay is not going there. This is how I like my Alabamas. This is how I like them. Go up there and you handle business. Yeah, no one's going to be betting on you. It's at 12 o'clock. Yes, sir. We're going to get in. So I expect to see that score 10-0 by 12-15. How is
Get in and get out. Get in and
When
get
I,
out.
when I call shit, I should be calling shit saying, well, Alabama's already at 13-0. And we can move on for the day. That's a good game, man.
So I expect, if this is a 16 teaser, I expect to be walking into 7:30, looking at Georgia handle business against Kentucky. I know for a fact. Next up, we're going to add to the pool, and we'll figure out how we want to pair it up. We kind of got an idea of how we want to pair it up. Missouri -9.5 against Boston College.
Ooh, that could be a good game.
It's going to be a good game.
That could be.
Is
I like
it
Missouri
though?
-9.5.
But Missouri looks for real. I will
What
say
the
that.
game at?
It's in Missouri.
Give me
I like
Missouri
Missouri.
with the points.
So it's at Missouri. Boston College beat a bad Florida State team, or they caught them lacking again. Who else did Boston College play? So here's my thing with Boston College: they can't throw the ball. That concept, that running around
He's a
shit.
runner.
Yep. And then going to SEC land. Trench work is
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be doing that. So I like that. I would take a chance on that 9.5. I probably wouldn't take it 10.5. That's
I like it
too.
right
That's
where
a
it
field.
is.
I still think you say I think Missouri wins this game. I think it's close all game, but Missouri wins this game by 2. 2 scores.
Okay. What about Michigan -15 against Arkansas State? So here the problem
They
with
had no
Michigan
choice. I don't care if they got to go out there and kick 6 field goals. Don't Don't catch it. You get how
They
many?
can't.
So we talked about it today. You get 12 drives. Half of those are in the red zone. Go kick 6 field goals.
Bro, from what I've been
You can't go kick
researching,
me 6 field goals.
from what I've been researching and watching Josh Pate show, he always puts up the drives of teams, and every single team that pretty much he puts up, an average team gets 10 to 13 possessions for the whole game. That's probably around the average. So you can go punt, touchdown, pick, turnover, halftime, punt, touchdown. So let's just say out of 12 possessions, 6 of those were scores. I mean, even if 3 and 3, that's 21, and then you got 9, so that's 28, 30 points. So something around there. So out of 12 possessions that Boston College, 8 to 30. Oh, he's talking about the Michigan. I was like, hell no. 8 to 33 Michigan versus Arkansas State. Arkansas State's. You know what? No.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. You know why, Josh? Because we just talked about it. Because all it takes is Arkansas State to score 1 touchdown, and that shit is cooked. Because Michigan can't. It just takes 1 touchdown,
and that's
so nasty.
And don't let them because they playing Michigan, so they're gonna be up. They're gonna be up and say, hell yeah, we finna whoop them in the big house again. Another ass whooping in big ass whooping in the big house.
I'm telling you, Luke. Like remember I said at the beginning of the show is with these teams that can't score. All it takes is these ass teams to just score 1 touchdown and kind of get it. 1 touchdown, slow the game down in the second quarter, go into halftime down 10, right? Okay? Come out of half, get a field goal, and be down 7 or 10 again. Then once
it's an undefeated.
And then you also got to think about it like this. When you're betting with teams like that can't score, like Michigan, you're betting 3 quarters. You have 3 quarters for them to cover because in the fourth quarter they're just going to run the football and they're going to play safe. They're not going to be looking. Don't let it be 9 minutes left. Oh, your ticket's cooked. Because your ticket's cooked. So no. I would more lean, and I'm never taking no fucking Arkansas State plus 29. Like that would be a Hail Mary, unless I'm getting Michigan. First half.
Hey man, Arkansas State.
I'd stay away.
With the points may not be so bad.
What's Arkansas State with the point?
29.
With the teaser.
29.
29 with the teaser. 29 with the teaser.
They're not beating them by 29 points.
They can't score 29 points.
Yeah, but then Arkansas State might not be able to score. I'm straight.
But Arkansas State.
That's 20-40.
That shit's at. I tell you what, that shit's at 12 o'clock. No, I'm not. No, you're not fucking my ticket up at 12 o'clock, and I'm sitting here mad as hell because I took.
It was no different than what was going on this past.
Plus 29, Luke, 7-point teaser. Really, it'd be plus 29.
You put Michigan and Florida State. Put Michigan and Florida State on the same ticket. Put Michigan and Florida State on the same ticket.
They don't have to win by. They don't have to win by 29. That's Arkansas State plus 29, Luke. If I ever see Michigan minus 29 against somebody, I'm gonna know something. That means. Next up,
they hurt. Their whole team hurt.
Facts. Next up, you got Ole Miss versus Wake Forest minus 17.
Hey, you can push that.
That's
shit
probably
up.
the lock of the week right there.
You can probably push that shit up, and if you go on Prize Picks, go ahead and get Jackson Dart at 315 more.
More.
Go ahead and get him at
more.
More. And pair that with Jeremiah Smith because they haven't got it to 90 yet.
Go ahead and lock it in now because by Thursday it's gonna be 3:30, 3:35.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna hold you. Wake like to score. They like to put points. Yeah, so that's what Ole Miss want to do. So you don't want to play that game with them.
Right. Ole Miss running back.
They might score 100. They might score 100 points.
But and
Ole Miss go 70 of them
for 150 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
running back.
So we'll add that. Let me see what else. everything. Oh, here we go. Here's a funny one. Colorado money line or Colorado State plus 14.5. Now we watched the game last year. Yeah, bro. I'm sorry.
They about to call us. You call me what you want, call
me. There's no way,
Colorado, man. I'm not putting my money nowhere near Colorado. Give me Colorado State.
Hey, bro.
And they're hurt.
If they go out there and lose this game,
they're not losing to Colorado State.
Bro, what you mean? Did you not see? Did you? Shit, are you not watching the game? You got to stop.
They're not.
They should have lost last year.
They should have lost last year.
They should have lost last year. Shadua Porter had a rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah, we're in a hat. We're in a hat part 2. Can't wait to see what somebody says for this game. I think Colorado State covers though. I think they won.
I'll let y'all know some more stuff.
Is it in Colorado State?
Yeah. And check this out. I think
they're gonna be like this.
Perfect timing.
And there's no Shiloh. Shiloh's not playing. He's out. They're often. So my only concern is Colorado.
Both safeties are out. Both safeties are out. The boy got targeted. The boy got targeted, and Shiloh's out.
He said Travis Hunter revenge game. I would take his over in his receiving yards for this.
He gonna have a buck.
Yeah,
he might. He definitely get. I would definitely take his.
He ain't gonna have time.
They got him at 91 right now, 91.5 right now.
Oh, he's definitely getting a tutty. I would take it for a tutty. He's definitely getting a tutty. He's getting in the end zone. So he can do his little TikTok dance on them. Mm-hmm. You know what? This is a stay away game for me personally because I can see Colorado winning. This would be the only fucking game that they just go crazy on, and I'm sitting here looking stupid because I don't know anything about Colorado State. I would just blindly bet them just off the strength of Colorado.
The quarterback and receiver, they came back.
Yeah, but I know they got the draws beat off of them by Texas.
What they go? Yeah, they got offered some good money.
By Texas, shit. Let me tell you this right now. Colorado played Texas right now. What would the
score?
70-0.
They would have to take them boys out the game.
I can see them doing the clinch that was scoring 60 points by half. They score on every drive.
So they beat Northern. They beat Northern Colorado 38-17.
I mean, what's the difference between Northern and? I'm leaving it alone. I'm gonna pick the lab, but I'm gonna cook up on them too because I mean it is what it is.
You gotta stay up, Josh. You gotta stay off them, man. Stay off them. We know what they are. We don't need. I don't want to keep saying it. I just said.
I'm taking it. It's Colorado State.
They told me I was saying it too early. Well, I was talking about Colorado too early. It's like, no, man. I know what they are. I saw what they put on the field week 1. We saw this Nebraska State. We saw it coming. Yep. We saw it coming.
Colorado gets a state title before Miami. I'm going. Colorado stinks. They're not beating anybody by 14 points. I'm on record. They're not beating anybody by 14. They can't block them. They can't. The only way they beat somebody.
And they're not blocking. They definitely not blocking now. Shador and told them they was trash.
You know what?
I'm in the portal. There's people already over there in the portal.
I'm going with Colorado. I'm going with Colorado State. Yeah, I'm going Colorado State just off the strength of. I think Colorado State was up like 14 points. They needed some crazy shit to come back.
They had to come back.
That's what I'm saying.
Is North Dakota State better than Colorado State University? The team that they're playing.
We'll have to see. But I tell you this right now.
Is Colorado State better than North Dakota State? I think so.
Oh yeah.
I think Colorado State is better than North Dakota State.
How much did Colorado win that game by?
Yeah, I think Colorado State is better than North Dakota. I think they would.
So there you go, right there. There you go. If you think Colorado State is better than North Dakota State, Colorado wins that game. There you go, right there.
Another one that I don't know if we're gonna put it on our pool, but I want to talk about it because they get Josh. They do this to us every year, and they playing this. I remember this week 1. I was going to a tailgate, and I found out that the game was no longer being played in Oklahoma. It was going to be playing in Tulane. I was like, I'm hammering Oklahoma, and it went out there and barely beat Tulane. Oklahoma barely beat Houston, and I told Josh, I went against my word. I watched the game. Oklahoma was 0 for 13 on third down versus Temple. They got their first down on third down with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter in the red zone with the backups. Only reason they covered is because they had 6 turnovers. They had a pick 6, a fumble 6, a fumble, a block punt. They had a bunch of turnovers, and their offense barely did it and have short field. And look what look what happened to the Houston game, right? They had 16 points. 16 points. They're going to play defense over there. But their offense, I don't know what's going on over there. If y'all are feeling froggy, I would take Tulane plus 21.
Wow.
Against the Houston team
that too.
Yeah, hell yeah. Tulane is a competitive ball club, man.
They should have beat Kansas State. So don't be coming in there sleepwalking Oklahoma, or don't be, because their offense was anemic. What else we got? Tulane played really good. What's that?
I like that UNLV Kansas over.
I was thinking the same thing. I like that.
But there's points everywhere. UNLV
I think
points. At minimum, they're scoring 25.
I think the same thing, Josh. The over under for that game is 49.5 with the teaser.
I like the over.
Yeah. Take the points.
I like the points there.
That's so basically you so that's 7 touchdowns in the field goal. I mean 9, so 7 times 7 is 49, so 49.5.
Yeah, I like it.
Kansas State, Arizona, you said?
Yeah, I like that. I won't get in the lab for Thursday, but I think I might like the over in that game.
Yeah.
And I think I might take the over in the Arizona State.
So it'll be at 50. So they're going over 50?
What?
Yeah, Arizona, Kansas State.
Arizona, Kansas State, they're going over 50?
Yeah, I know for sure. I'll know for sure about Thursday.
Only thing about these games,
on my sheet here.
Are these shit okay? That's a Saturday game. I know sometimes the Friday games be kind of janky.
No. Arizona, Kansas State is Friday.
Yeah.
We'll know about Thursday. I'll let you know.
So one of those games, the Arizona, Kansas State, and the UNLV, one of them games ain't gonna go over. Watch. I just know how that shit go. One of them's not gonna go over. One of them.
I think
one of them's not going.
It would have to be the Arizona, Kansas State then.
Yeah, they're more evenly matched. But I do think UNLV is gonna be able to score on Kansas.
Yeah, Arizona. No.
Everybody be able to score on Kansas.
No.
Yeah, and that's
Arizona State. That's Arizona State and Texas State play Thursday. UNLV and Kansas play Friday, and Arizona State and Kansas State play Friday as well. They're over. They're supposed to be high scoring games. They're both over unders are close to 60. So, I want to say
which one is going over.
I know I want to say Kansas UNLV, but I know how Vegas be. I think everybody's going to be like, we'll have to track. You know how the guy they be tweeting out the most bet games and stuff like that. And if I see that the Arizona, UNLV and Kansas game, the over is the most bet, I'm going to go to that Arizona Kansas State game because I already know that it's going to go under. It's going to go under. It might go over the teaser, but it's definitely going to go under the.
It's going to go under the number spread. We'll lock in, bro. I'll be ready for Thursday.
Yeah.
So right now we have a nice clean state. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teams. 10 teams. I mean, we could potentially add 2 more. I don't know.
I got it.
What's that?
It's a rivalry game this week. Washington State versus Washington.
I have
both of those teams can score points. I think it goes well over 50 points between both of those teams.
It might. Let me say once.
Well over.
Let's see.
Well over 50.
What the Texas? Did Texas play Texas football?
It was Texas Tech. It was Texas Tech versus Washington State.
No, I'm talking about last year. Texas played. Didn't they play University El Paso last year?
UTEP.
Mm-hmm.
UTEP. Let me see what that score was. But I think they were playing around with their food when they played in.
They were.
No, they didn't play much. Yeah, they won by 21 in 2022. They won by 21.
Okay.
The spread right now is 28. Nah, I'm good. I mean, they should cover that. It's 29.5.
I think this Texas team is better than that Texas team was.
God damn, bro. But another again, bro. Them
Texas look legit, man. Texas look legit.
Nah, Texas. As long as they, I would add them. I would take the risk on that. That'll be the one high spread one that I will, because I wouldn't be mad. I know that they could get in the box, and I know they can get stops. So if they do get down, I know they can get. I know for a fact their asses can get in the box. Washington struggled against both FCS teams they played. They scored 7 points and almost at halftime in 2 FCS games. Oh boy. Them niggas may not be getting, they may not go over, but it is a rivalry games. I tend to try to stay away from over-unders in rivalry games because you never know. Niggas be drawing plays in the dirt. That's it. I don't like NC State, Louisiana Tech. We're going to stay away from Michigan. Okay. Miami versus Ball State. What you think, Josh? Spread's 29.5. I don't even know who the fuck is on Ball State. The only reason I asked that question is
we'll talk on Thursday, bro.
Okay.
You know me. I'm trying to get Cam Ward's 3 CDs, and then
he's definitely getting 3 TDs.
Then it's back in the bubble wrap. After that,
it's fucking. I'm putting Miami up there so far with them tier 1 teams. I expect them niggas to be putting belt to ass to teams that are inferior.
But this is one of those games where Miami, you know, so you just beat somebody 59-9, like, or 40, whatever.
Ball State was terrible.
You know what I'm saying? So you just need to go out there and can they continue to go out there and do the simple things, the correct? You know what I'm saying? Luke said Miami beat the MAC champion by 35 points with TVD. This is very true. And these niggas was 48 last year. So locked in. Look, we need to leak up.
20. Me personally, I like it. I'm like, bro, it's Ball State. Get out of here, bro.
I don't
take your ass.
All I take is Miami money lines. I don't mess with their points because I don't like to get mad at my own team.
Okay, so right now for the teasers we got UNLV Kansas over 49.5, Alabama -9, Florida State money line, LSU money line, Missouri 9.5, Florida plus 11.5, Miami -29.5, Notre Dame -3.5. And Ole Miss -17.5, -17, Georgia -17, Colorado plus 14.5. So that's the teasers. Now we're gonna go, since we're coming up on the end, we're gonna go to the straights. Cause we're getting our money back this week, guys. We're getting our money back. We're getting our money back this week. I hate that. He said, "I hate that Notre Dame pick." We won't pair it with a bunch of locks. We'll just throw it in there for shits and just to see something. This, bro, fucking Purdue, especially if I can get that shit at 2.5, 3. See, 3 I'm comfortable with because
I'm not touching.
I'm okay with 3. I'm willing to die on that sword because they could very well kick a field goal and win by 3. So I'm okay with that. So Alabama -15 is the regular spread. 15 or 16.
Lock it.
I like it too.
I like that too.
Oklahoma State, Tulsa, -20.
Fuck no. I ain't touching that shit. Did you watch Oklahoma State? No. If anything, they get over.
That's a setup.
No, sir. Florida State, Memphis, 6.5, -6.
I'm not touching it.
Mm. We'll
I would
have to talk on Thursday.
I would just do Florida State money line.
Yeah, I'm not getting into any points.
So they giving Florida State a touch. Florida State getting a touchdown over Memphis. What is
Scary out here,
that?
big dog.
What world
They're
what are we in right now? Where are we
I know
at?
for a fact I'm taking this shit. I'm taking this with a straight, but I'm taking LSU over South Carolina -7. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. I'm telling y'all, take that shit up to at least 20. Like, yeah, this is me telling y'all, and I'm the safe guy. South Carolina stinks. Take that shit up to what's the spread?
Yeah.
-7. You can go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm telling you, this is one of those.
They're gonna be looking for shit. Can't wait.
Can't wait. And listen, y'all, take LSU. Okay, take LSU. Take the cowboy hat off. Okay, take LSU
With the points.
with the points. Okay, let me get straight. Hold on. Let me get straight. There we go.
Points.
Take the points. Okay, everybody, take the points. LSU. You see us. You see us. LSU. Take LSU with the points. I'm telling you, we score too much. South Carolina can't score. They have a good defensive end. I'm not worried about them. College game day is going to be there. Everybody will be packing up to go back home by probably about 2:45. We're getting it done. Yeah, we're getting it done down there. Okay, it's going to be a splattering. South Carolina has nobody. Okay, take LSU. Missouri, Boston College, -16.5.
Boston.
I
I talk on Thursday, sir. I don't have any answers today.
I think
Florida,
I think you can take Missouri with the points, man. I still think that's safe.
Well, that's the same. This is the same exact spread that Missouri was on Boston. Florida State was on Boston College. It was 16.5. Everybody thought Florida State was going to beat them by 16.5. I think Missouri could beat them by 16.5. That ain't nothing but that, bro. Missouri could score. Will Levis stinks. I told my Titan fan he stinks. Texas A&M, Florida.
He started on Will Levis. Sorry, yeah, he's sorry.
Sorry. Well, Texas A&M -2.5 or Florida +4.5. Or Florida money line.
How much? 4.5.
4.5.
If I'm gonna do that, I'm just gonna take Florida money line.
Me too, bro. Like, yo. I know we said Florida's going to lose to Texas A&M.
Awesome. It's Tuesday, shit. We'll get in the lab. We'll cook some stuff up. That's why I'm not even pressed. We just had to get over. We just had to discuss some things that happened this past week. Get a little forward thinking towards this coming week. Thursday we'll have a lot more clear answers.
I absolutely would not take note. I would absolutely not take Notre Dame -10 over Purdue. No, sir.
I wouldn't.
That's too many. I wouldn't do that.
They're not getting anything but a field goal from me going forward.
Yeah, they get 4 points. That's it. Ole Miss -23 or 24 versus Wake.
Don't care. You can take Ole Miss -30 if you want it. I wouldn't win.
Yeah, but Ole Miss, bro.
-30.
My wife used to work for Wake Forest. Trust me, they stink. They don't even do NIL over there. It's like some bull jive over there. They don't even. And Lane respects the coin. Okay,
their program is so they're gonna get it. They just got started serving alcohol in games at Wake Forest, so the product sucks.
Yeah, they stink. Wake Forest. I also like Georgia -24 versus Kentucky.
Absolutely.
I feel like Lane, Kirby, respect coin. Get out of here, Tennessee minus 49.5 versus Kid. That's too many goddamn points.
Yeah, that's too many points. They just beat somebody by 40. You're not 40
That's too much.
Everybody.
Even though they can,
Nico gonna have to show me.
What?
No, I watched. No, he's a show guy.
I believe.
Back-to-back 40 buzzers? That's a lot, bro. I can understand he go out there and beat them by 30, 35. That's still great. But back-to-back 40? That's
now that you say that, Luke. So let me go on team ranking and look at the stats. Scoring offense. Let's see. Offense touchdowns per game. Let's see. Arizona averages for the 8 TDs a game. Alabama averages 7. Rutgers averages 7. Mississippi, Ole Miss, 7 TDs. Louisville, 7 TDs. Texas State, 7 TDs. Ohio State, 6.5. Coastal, 6. Boise, 6. Texas, 5.5. Tennessee, 5. Memphis, 5. Oh, my Lord. Where's Florida State at? I see Memphis up here averaging 5 TDs a game. DJ better get his ass in that box. I tell you what, if Memphis score first, they in for a long night.
Bro, they got to get a stop.
That's what I'm not
saying.
Game. I'm not telling them they could get their ass. They could get their ass whooped, boy.
I heard you say 2 teams that play each other: Arizona State and Texas State. Or you just said Texas State. Texas State gets in the box. I don't know
Texas
what it
State.
is. I don't know how they go about their business. I'll know more.
They got Arizona State, Texas State. That shit going over 60.
Bro, I'm telling you,
that shit going over 60.
If you think that only one of them is going over, then I'm taking that one over, and I'll take the Arizona Kansas State under.
So Alabama, there's no way they updated this shit. Well, they got Alabama averaging 52.5, North Texas 52, Ole Miss averages 52, Tennessee averages 51, Louisville averages 49, Texas State 49, Rutgers 49, Boise 45, UCF 45, Texas 41, Miami 41, New Mexico 39, Arizona State 39, Oklahoma State 39, Navy 38. Who are they playing? Memphis 38, USC 37. Oregon.
Oh my God, Florida State. See, this is what happens when we get data. We start getting data and things start happening. I feel so bad for you, Florida State. If they go out there and score 21 points, I don't know how you do it.
Bro, to keep it a bean, I don't know if this shit's updated, but San Diego State hasn't scored a point this year.
No.
Buffalo hasn't scored a point.
We'll bet a quarter.
There's no way.
You said Buffalo hasn't scored?
It hasn't updated because Buffalo just played somebody.
Yeah.
No, bro. This shit is Eastern Kentucky. Yeah, so yeah, okay. They didn't update all this shit because let me see. Yeah,
I gotta get us out of here.
That was a good show. Before we do go,
Texas Tech's gonna lose to North Texas.
You shut your ass up because we told you Auburn was going to lose to fucking California. You see, chat, he just switched his fucking gear up.
Ain't nobody switched no gear up, man. I played for these
We told this man that Auburn was losing.
We told this man that
it's still War Eagle, man. It's still War Eagle.
That watch they turn around and fuck around and beat Tennessee or some dumb shit.
I'm used to this, man. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan and I'm an Auburn fan. I'm used to this.
Have mercy. He's a Cowboy fan too. I'm just now getting, as a Miami fan, I'm just now getting the win on Saturday and Sunday. It's a beautiful thing. My weekends go smooth now.
I don't know which Auburn gonna walk out there on the field.
You never do.
I never know what Auburn we gonna get.
I feel like you haven't known since Cam left.
We gonna get Auburn? Are we gonna get the New Mexico State?
Luke, there was no world was I taking the Browns the Browns -2 versus us. Watson is fucking terrible.
Terrible.
We're gonna beat the draws off the Saints too. We're gonna beat the draws off the Saints too. You beat the Carolina Panthers.
Hey, those Saints, they coming in, they hot. They hot.
Yeah, before we got the show, give everybody a line in this game that's on the TV right now. Shit. Who's winning this game by how much?
Oh, yeah, you did say the Jets, but the 49ers are taking a step back. They're down. I mean, the Jets are down, what, 9?
8.
Let's just start.
8, 9.
With the teaser, it would have been like 15. So,
Hey, all I gotta say is Rodgers has 64 passing yards. So we'll see what's
oh
going
my
on.
God, we'll see what's going on. But
He
yeah,
looks
y'all,
old out here.
I'm gonna tweet out all the picks that we talked about. Appreciate everybody. Yeah, Cowboys -6.5 against the Saints. Yeah, but take that shit. There's
Give me
nothing to
that.
talk
Take that
about there.
shit.
Give me that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tyron Smith is out here looking real old shit.
Hey, oh well, that's why we kicked his ass to the curb. Bye.
God, Debo
You're not
Sneed.
getting a
All
second
right.
contract.
Get
All right,
your
y'all.
old ass out of
All
here.
right.
Yeah.
I'll let you.